All right, Big Mace. What you been wondering about, pal?
I don't know. I totally lost it.
He ain't got no idea what the hell he been wondering about now.
I don't know. So let's go to let's just go to Easter.
Okay.
Even though Easter's already over when you're listening to this, but we can just talk
Just
about
by
it.
a handful of days.
We can still talk about Easter.
So obviously we know the reason for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Reese's eggs.
Well, or Cadbury's.
Are you a Cadbury or Reese's?
I'm
guy?
out on Cadbury eggs. No.
I used to like him a lot.
I don't
more
like
than
the I don't like the whatever the shit in it is.
the cream.
Is that what it is? Creme?
That's second time tonight.
Wow,
Yeah.
pinch poke, buy me a Coke.
I'm surprised you don't like the cream. There, big fella.
He loves the
There it
cream.
is.
The cream with your mustache and your glasses
Top
Dribbling
five.
down the side of his chin.
Stir.
onto
We
his
seen
shirt.
we seen a thing today. I don't know, it's a bumper sticker on a car that said "Proud of my sailor." Like I'm proud of my sailor. I guess it's probably like a sailor mom.
In the Navy.
I told Justine, I said, "Man, it'd be a lot better if that said I'm proud of my semen." You know what I mean? I guess I'm proud of my semen.
Oh yeah, produced some mighty fine trophies.
Yeah, you guys too. You should be proud of your
Yeah.
semens.
Yeah.
Yeah, good looking kids.
Never
there.
thought about
Yeah.
it like that.
Top five Easter candy.
Just think about all the ones that didn't make it and who they could have been. You think that's where other
Oh,
promotions are?
That's a high thought right
That's
there.
Rough. That's rough.
Like just one little thing different.
Yeah. Wow. Back on task here. Reese's milk chocolate peanut butter eggs, number 1. Cadbury cream eggs, number 2. Starburst jelly bean original,
Yep.
and number 3 Hershey's, or number 4 rather, Hershey's Kisses milk chocolate. OG there. That's the top 4. Well, that was according to DoorDash in 2023, which I don't know.
Does 4, not 5.
Yeah. Okay, I'll pick back up.
I
on
guess
there.
Mount Rushmore
Snickers
is a 4.
Snickers, Twix, Milky Way, and more assorted Easter chocolate candy bulk variety pack was number 5.
Ooh.
I got 10.
Yeah, you might as well just do the rest.
Was it Gallery? Galerie. Gallery value jelly beans filled egg.
Nope.
A Lindt chocolate bunny. A Dove milk chocolate Easter egg.
Mm-hmm.
Peeps.
Oh, I love Peeps.
I'm out on Peeps.
Really?
Yeah, they're gross. Throw them in the trash.
You don't mean
And
that.
10 is the Ferrero Rocher
Roger.
fine hazelnut chocolate Easter bunny.
You like hazelnut, don't you?
No.
Especially with that Cadbury cream all over your face.
Look at you. God, he's in it.
Man, he's been listening too much P. Diddy.
I guess. Or R. Kelly.
More like pedophile, Diddy.
Oh, no.
Allegedly. You gotta say
Allegedly, yeah.
Although maybe us getting sued by P. Diddy might not be a problem.
That would be
I
terrible.
think we'll go after representation.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're-
how
we're
good
s-
he is.
The guy that's prompting the lawsuit.
Yeah, probably not going to happen there. So shout out to Papa Frank. He taught me the proper way to eat Peeps when I was a
Microwave.
young lad. Nope. Rip them open and let them get stale.
Yeah.
What?
And that's how I eat them. That's how I eat Peeps. Like when,
Yeah, like I would normally slit the film
yeah,
and let
that's
it sit in there, you know.
yeah,
and-
that's exactly right. You let them just get a little bit of a tougher exterior.
I would dig them out of the basket, realize what they were,
throw them at your brother.
and then throw them straight in the trash.
Mm.
I'm really surprised you would waste that.
Dude, they're gross.
I don't know how you could say that.
They're yucky.
You know what I do miss? They used to have the. I thought I had to burp, but I don't.
There it is.
Wrong, I did. So they used to have like the hard outside shell that was kind of like some kind of candy confectioner substance,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of had the marshmallow inside. But they were like eggs. I forget what they called them though. Like they might have called them marshmallow eggs, but you don't see those. I haven't seen them.
I like robin eggs.
Those are pretty good.
They're like
From
That's what
Whoppers?
I
They're
was
like
thinking-
Whoppers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when he was describing it until he got to marshmallow.
Janelle likes the mini Cadbury that are the solid milk chocolate with the crispier milk chocolate on the outside. She's a big fan of them.
Mm-mm.
I won't see them.
I'm a Reese's peanut butter cup guy, so that's mine. Numero uno.
If you put those things in any shape, I've talked about it before. You put them in a pumpkin shape, you put them in a Valentine's heart shape, you put them in any shape like that, Christmas tree, love them to death.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like him as a cup, huh?
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had a Reese's cup, but you put that son of a bitch in a shape, I'll eat a whole bag of them, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Weird. What else is there out there?
Probably the paper. There's an extra step to consume it when it's in the cup.
Oh yeah, you got to work a little harder for his snacky there. Snacky
That's probably
snack.
true.
Hmm.
That is probably
More
true.
trash to mess with.
Yeah.
And then it always sticks to that brown paper.
What do you?
You ever black your teeth out with it when you're in school to make it look like you had your teeth knocked out?
No.
No.
Really?
How often did you do that?
Oh, you take that.
What do you do? What do you do after? So the Easter Bunny comes and he hides the eggs.
Do you do plastic eggs or hard boiled
I was
eggs?
just getting ready.
Plastic. Well, we no as kids, the Easter Bunny always came into our house and got the real hard boiled eggs out of the refrigerator and took them out and hid them.
I wonder what the Easter Bunny had against chickens to want to have hard-boiled embryos of its enemies to let out for all the
I
children.
think what his problem was that one day he got into an argument about
You
which
want to
came first, the
know
chicken or
really
the egg.
why the Easter Bunny hides the eggs? Because he don't want anybody to see the chickens that he.
So he cooked them first.
Well, no, so he got rid of the
Got
egg.
rid of the eggs.
Got rid of the eggs. He's just hiding them. You
I
ever
mean,
heard that?
No.
I just
Easter
heard it
Bunny,
online
the
today.
chicken.
Yeah, Easter Bunny.
Come here, chicken.
Oh, anyway,
Oh, that's cool.
that's wild. But no, so like after the Easter Bunny comes and he hides these either real or plastic eggs, like, and if you do plastic eggs, if you do plastic eggs, you obviously put stuff in them though, right? Like, does
all
he
of
put
them.
does he put stuff in them?
Not all of them.
We don't do plastic eggs.
Right.
Now,
So how many dozen does he hide at your house?
so to answer your question, like, because how you guys talked about it, we always assist the Easter Bunny in hard boiling and coloring the eggs
Yes,
for him.
most certainly. Yes.
So-
Like that's what I said. Like at my house, they have to come. Like he would come into the house and get the pre-colored.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wants them painted and disguised so it's harder to tie him back to the eggs.
The crime, except for because he's got those white hands and it's just
Mm-hmm.
a tough spot. Papal, he had 2 dozen that we colored.
Oh.
So, because I think our plan that happened is we did dinner at Papal's house.
Oh.
So the Easter Bunny will the Easter Bunny stopped by our house, hid the baskets for the kids to find.
Mm.
And then because we didn't bring the eggs back home with us from earlier in the week,
They're being hid there.
he stopped by Papal's house to hide
Yeah.
as those. So, because the hard-boiled eggs then turn into deviled eggs for dinner or brunch,
Yeah.
and we've always done that. I can remember as a child,
I love some poop nasties in a half shell, baby. I could hammer them some.
we
I can eat an embarrassingly large amount of.
how many can you eat?
Oh, 5, 6 dozen.
I
Yeah.
feel like that might be a little quick segment one day. We'll just boil up a bunch of chicken embryos, whip them up with some
You imagine how bad it'd stink in this son of a bitch after we were done.
Oh goodness!
grief.
Wow.
We ought to. Too bad we don't have an Uber we could call to get a ride.
Hey, is there any way you could take us to Indy and back?
Yeah.
Dare you?
Yeah, that's a.
So
that's
then
Why
a
do you
tough
guys
spot.
have cameras?
So
Don't
then,
you pay attention to that.
Don't worry about that. You just drive the car.
Yeah.
What else do you do? So Easter Bunny comes, and then is there any other Easter spectaculars that go on other than church? Obviously,
No, not much. We're
going to the schnitz.
when we were young children. When we were young children, we would go to mass. And then it was kind of, I think we were more brunch people
Yeah,
when it came down to it.
we would
But-
get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Just like, no, not really. We would get up like right at daybreak, I guess. And the Easter Bunny had already been there and gone. And then we would go outside and find our Easter baskets and then commence to hunting the eggs. And then we would come back in and wash up. And then we'd head down there to Standale. And Sunday school started at 9. And then after that, we'd go to church. And then we'd go to lunch or something at Mama and Papa's. And then after that, we were done for the day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's what we did when we were kids. Now it's different. We go to mass at 7:30 in the morning and do that whole deal.
you really sound thrilled about
I
that.
don't like it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've had a conversation with people before. I'm not a Catholic, and I attend a Catholic mass as a supporter of my family, and I'm going to go.
We welcome you.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm going to go. And then after that, we're going to go. My parents are still in Arkansas.
Are they?
They went over to Hot Springs to kind of kick it and do some stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they did go to watch. They watched Colson play. They got tickets and watched Colson's
nice.
first AAA game.
So they would have seen his first hit?
Yeah, old man was down there, right behind. They were right behind Charlotte's dugout, like on that side.
Were they able to make contact with Colson?
No.
So I'm going to ask a question that I know I'm supposed to know the answer to.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry for not knowing. What was he playing last season? I guess I didn't recognize that. I read the thing, but I
He
didn't.
played double A ball.
Double A. He was in Birmingham.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that. I guess I didn't see it as being a change. from last year.
AAA is the last step before you get to the big show.
I didn't know there was multiple steps. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Single A, double A,
So
triple
when you're first drafted, you'll go into short season rookie ball, which is predominantly all the guys that were drafted, all the guys that are undrafted. You basically play in a league. And these guys, because I remember when Colson came back after that, he had like a binder of this is the shit you do good, this is the shit you need to work on, and here's how you do it.
Yeah.
For those guys to work off season. And then they come back spring training and they, you go through it and you work. Obviously, they check in and they do all that other stuff. So when he broke spring training, because you got to think they get drafted in June. Yeah, that'd be about right, June. And you figure they'll report by end of June, maybe beginning of July, probably an orientation program, all that other stuff. And then they'll play that short season. I don't think they go to low A. Some may. And then you go, spring training, traditional route. Then you either break out A or you make the jump up to double A. And he made the jump from the Kannapolis Cannonballs to Winston-Salem, which is they have a low A and a high A. And then Winston-Salem, he got the call to Birmingham. Is it Birmingham or Montgomery?
It was Birmingham Bruins.
Birmingham. And then that's where he finished last year. So
And now he's playing for the Charlotte Knights,
Okay.
which is a AAA team, which is the last step.
Okay.
for the
I
big
did
show.
see that he was at Charlotte in a different team, and I remember
Right.
you guys talking about a bunch of different, I guess, potential team names that
Yeah.
he could have
Mhm.
played for.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I just didn't
and-
recognize it as again, that's my fault.
Yeah, no, and I think the thing for him, because there's certain rules. So like when your big league clock starts, if you go up post a certain date, the teams basically have an extra year to control your contract.
Mm.
So Chris Bryant, former Cub, I think he's plays for the Rockies now. Big rising star. And the Cubs, I would say at the time, intentionally withheld calling him up because like all the experts were like he should have broke with the team out of spring training. But that would have counted towards a year of service on his contract, and he would have reached arbitration sooner. So what some of these teams do is if they're guys that they're going to call up, they say, hey, you're going to break with the AAA club and then from the AAA club, you'll get called up probably mid-April because the cutoff is like early April. So, I mean, this episode comes out April 3rd. There's a real possibility here in the next 7 to 10 days, whatever that date is, he may get called up to the big league team.
Yeah, that's why my parents wanted to get down there and watch him because they were in Little Rock. Little Rock's got a lot of cool shit to do. No, I was wrong. They're in Hot Springs. Hot Springs has a lot of cool shit to do. So they took their dog over to my brother's house in Texarkana, dropped her, the dog, off, and then went back up to Hot Springs and stayed there for a few days.
Northwest Arkansas.
And then whenever the news broke that Colson had got a spot on the
AAA squad.
AAA squad, and they were like, well, hell, he's playing in Memphis, and that's just another hop, skip, and a jump down.
And because Memphis Redbirds there, that's the Cardinals AAA affiliate.
Yeah, so there again, obviously Dad being a huge Cardinals fan and didn't make it. That was the plan. The whole plan was to go to Jupiter, and then that didn't work out for Dad and Mom, so they ended up decided to go do something different.
Your dad's had a big week. He had Darren Lewis concert.
Yep.
And then
now he's out there and going down, watch Colson play ball and everything, and then so they're not going back on track here. They're not going to the Schnitz, but that's become a new thing now. We'll go to Mass, and then unfortunately the reservations for the Schnitz was kind of a mess this year, so we're not eating until like 2:00, 1:45, I guess, just after lunch time, really.
Well, hell, you can be able to go home and sleep for 4 more hours.
Yeah, so then we're going to go and meet over here for this and that, and then go over there and eat, and then after that we'll be done for the day, which I'm excited about.
We don't
Schnitz buffet is
it's quality.
It's
there's no
insane.
doubt.
It's insane.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So, Easter, good little tradition.
Yeah.
So I had a sitch.
A sitch.
Was it sus?
It was very sus.
No cap.
No cap. I was literally going to say the same shit.
Yeah.
What did we had Weston locked down the other night on them. Oh God, that stuff is stupid. You know one thing real quick before you go that pisses me off about this whole new jargon that these kids are talking now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every time I would say something remarkably astonishing to Maxwell, like a simple fact, like, did you know that this happens because of this? And then instead of saying like, oh, really? Or you're kidding or something like that, you know what they say now? They always say, actually?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I've heard Weston say that before, and Max is doing it all the time now. Like, hey, Max, look at that. Like the when you go down through Dothan and all the helicopters and all that stuff, and they're like, this is where they have this. And Max like, actually? And I'm like, actually what? Like I thought he was getting ready to correct me. Like, like I had just bestowed this fact on him. And then I thought he said, actually, and then I thought, actually what? You know what I mean? Like I thought he was getting ready to drop another one on me, but
and I'm not
carry on.
I'm not going to say this about
Carry on your sitch here.
Well, I'm not going to say this about your son, but what I've learned about this generation is they ain't real bright. So you just have to take it as they're asking a question about actually, like it's actually there.
Yeah.
So